Keep it real and be yourself. Let's get into this video. And in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about the awareness and the knowledge I've gained, and I've realized how, it's kind of unfair to say that everyone can be successful in their life, because I've learned so many things about situations that people have gotten into or the lifestyles people have, and it made me also realize how grateful I am as a person to be able to have food cooked for me, and just like the ability to not have a job at the age of 21, and many other things that my parents have given me, and they've made me realize that I'm not the same as the next man in front of me because of the opportunities I'm given, because of the hard work that they've put in. And let's say I'm not at the top, I would still say I'm at the middle. Like, I'm not the top by any means, but I'm definitely above a lot of people. And I've acknowledged that. And I got to that position because I know myself and I know my situation, and I have the awareness to see my surroundings and my people, my mom, dad, family, and just see like how far they've came through deep conversations, light conversations, and just awareness overall, just be able to see it and notice it. And I've learned that a lot of other people, conversations I've had with them, that they don't have some of the things I have, or maybe I've learned that they have a lot more things than I have and a lot more opportunities I have. And some of the things that I don't even know is because of their parents and how they were raised in the environment that they were in. So I always ask myself, is it unfair to say that not everyone can, that everyone can be successful? Is it unfair to say that? Because I got two parents in my life, even though I really only have like one that I live with and another one that I just stay with time to time over the summer. But I still have two, and other people have maybe one, and that one might be on drugs and not be in their life too much, or another one might be an orphan and not have good parents, or another one might have a lot of trauma in their life as a kid, or another one might have a lot of mental issues and their environment might not be as good. And I realize there's many things, and then I asked myself that question today because I got my confidence back and really structured. I have a higher structure or a stronger structure to think like, man, I can do this, man. I can do this. Fuck what everybody says. You know what I'm saying? I believe in myself. That's all I need. And I think I can become very, 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 very successful. Not because of the circumstance of my life, but because of who I am and what I'll do to get to that level, right? And and for other people is, can they get that same thing if they had that same mentality, or had that same mindset, or had that same way of thinking? Could they also get that even if their environment is holding them back, or even if the opportunities that they're trying to get, they have to make from scratch and they don't have someone that they can go to and have networks or connections? Like, is that still possible, right? And I'm here today to say I still think that is possible. And I realize that because it's almost like looking at it from someone who has a better life than me and being like, can they look at my situation, my circumstance, and be like, yo, is it fair to say I'm successful even though my dad and my mom are both together and they always loved me and took care of me for their whole entire life, and they've had both diplomas and went through college and have masters, and you know what I'm saying, they have a lot of money because they're doctors and lawyers. Is it still unfair to say everyone can be successful? And you know what I'm saying, this example, this person has had, a wonderful life, a wonderful beginning. And I realized that if he looked at me like that and said and asked that, would that still be fair? Can I take that as an opportunity to be like, oh, well, since I don't have what he has, then that means I can't have the same success, or because of the systems in place, I can't gain the same success as him. And I would say no. I would say no. I definitely disagree. I definitely think that you can be successful no matter what your circumstances are. It's just the circumstances that you are can be evidence of why it's harder for you to gain whatever level of success you want. You can have a good life and your mom is on crystal meth, whatever bad drug there is, or any fentanyl, like, you know what I'm saying, you have no support, like, you can still be successful. That just because of your environment, your past, and your circumstances, that doesn't define how successful you can be. Now, I think the only thing it describes is how difficult it will be to gain that success versus me, someone who's worse off and someone who's better off. Someone who's better off will have more opportunities to be successful. I'll have opportunities, not as much as the top man, but as much as the opportunities that my parents or whoever's near me or the network that I can have access to allows me, and then whoever's under me, they still have the ability to have success. They just don't have as much quirks, or not quirks, but they don't have the information, the resources that I have or the next man has. But that does not mean he cannot be successful. Now, to be like, yo, everyone can be like, everybody can be successful. I think that's true, 100%. But to get that success, no matter your circumstance, will take a lot of effort, dedication, and a lot of the stuff that everybody that has success tells you to do: to grind, hustle, stay out the way, and give everything you have to it. If you're not willing to die for your success, then I truly don't think you want it as badly as you truly think you do. And some people have to be that extreme when wanting a certain level of success. And it's unfortunate and it's unfair because some people don't have to have that hunger or mentality to even get half of the opportunities and still become successful just off default. Like like for example, if someone's grandpa had $1 billion, right? His son's finna be okay. His son's finna be okay. His son's finna be okay, right? But we not finna act like it's easy to make $1 billion. Like, no matter how successful your family is, it's really just the fact that one man worked hard enough to earn that amount of money and then was able to just pass it off. So when I say it's unfair for somebody to give money to their sons, daughters, family, relatives, is that unfair? I don't think it's unfair at all, to be honest with you, because if I gain success and I put in the work and I gain $1 billion, right? If I give that wealth and pass it down generation to generation to generation, is that unfair? Because is that unfair? No, it's not unfair. I did the hard work. And because of the hard work and the trials and tribulations and everything I went through, I was able to, make sure that they never have to worry about anything forever in their life. That's the work I did. And I look at it from a perspective like that. And with a perspective like that, then it's not unfair that the people up top are at the top. Like, obviously they might do unfair things, right? Justice or justified things, right? To get to that top. And that's unfair, right? But at the end of the day, like, whatever they got to do to get it, they still took that risk, right? Even if I can't even my bad. Even if it was like a criminal act or unfair or unjustified or whatever circumstance it is, right? And they didn't get found out and they just got the money and was able to pass it down, like, it's unfair. But do I think that they should be like turned over, like all their money taken away. If they get caught, then yeah, it's 100%. It's unfair. It's unlawful. Take his money away. But most people are being like, oh, people at the top, they look at them like they have a stereotype of them like they got the money in a bad way, because they see a lot of people at the top and have that mindset like, oh shoot, or have that way of thinking of like, oh shoot, he got so much money, he must have got it illegally, right? And I think it's unfair to look at someone and say that, and that they sold their soul or and something like that without evidence, right? If you have evidence, of course, but if you don't, it's unfair. And however he got his money, however much hard work he had to put into it, because even if it's illegal, it's not like it's easy, right? You know what I'm saying? But either way, the message still stands that no matter what position you are, no matter what your circumstances are, no matter where you live, who raises you, or anything like that, you can be successful. You can be successful. It's just the difficulty level that everybody is on is different because of whatever experience or whatever hand that they're given to their parents, their environment, the school they go to. Every little detail describes how difficult whatever success you want to gain is. But with that being said, you know what I'm saying, still strive for it. The message is still, you can be successful. It's just not going to be that easy, right? So, that being said, remember, don't just stay optimistic. Have a great day. Peace.